Anyway, Alberta has had two pretty tough years in a row. And I put some dry pollen in out in the yard because the majority of these bees do not have pollen on them. Some do, it must just be starting. So probably tomorrow or the next day there'll be a lot. So this is a nuke I made up because the hive was so weak, but it still had a, well, I know it has a Kona queen from last year, so it's a young queen, so I didn't want to let her just die off, if possible. They had varroa mite pretty bad in the fall, but when I looked at the hive, they had actually starved out the majority of them, so she must have picked up after we treated her. I mean, it's full of bees, but we shall see if she's laying well or what's happening in here. I think there was can't remember how big the cluster was. It wasn't very big anyway. I know there was bees on 4 frames, but like you can see, there's not a lot of bees. She probably should have been boosted, but I can't. It was still quite cold when we did it, and I didn't want to mess around with them too much. I thought she'd probably survive without being boosted, but I'll still boost her later. She'll still be a single in a couple of weeks if she's laying well anyway. And I'll just boost her later, give her another frame or so of bees. Yeah, they're just living on top of the frames. They haven't eaten down in there. They're just at the top of the frames. I'm just looking to see if they have any pollen. It's getting warm enough now that at least they can move around a little bit. Whereas before they were just going to starve to death at the top of the frames because they just can't move, especially being so small, the cluster being so small. We've only had 2 days of double digit, and I mean like 10 to 12 degrees. I mean, it's been pretty ridiculous. See, she does have brood. She's right there on the frame. She has brood on the other side. Just at the top of the frame. I'll have to boost this colony though because it's way too weak. I'm gonna have to put some more bees in there. I mean, she's never gonna build up with that few of brood. See if she's got any brood on this frame, and then I'll just put it back together. Yeah, she's got brood on the top of this frame too. And then you can see in the bottom of the frame, I'm holding a frame upside down. that the bees starved to death in the bottom there earlier. She's got a little bit of brood on this side too. They're doing what they can. But definitely need boosting. Like this is even a weak nuke. But the reason I put them in a nuke box is just so that they're warmer. Bees left. Because it's even weaker than the other one. Unless they're foraging. But I doubt it. No. I don't know how much longer they can hang on for. The one I took out. But I don't know. Not likely they'll survive.